Welcome, this is Joe from Joe This or That. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment here. We're a chatty bunch here in this family, so please make sure you drop a comment before you head out today. So today is going to be a continuation of my top 5 beauty category situation that we have for the month of January, where we talk about different items in different beauty categories that I love in 2020. So today we're going to talk about my top 5 eyeshadow palettes from last year. Granted, I know, we weren't going to any concerts, we weren't going out to the club, we weren't going out to brunch as much, but one thing that we did do for sure, hopefully for a lot of us, we're going to work, okay? At least for me, I had to go into the office at least one time a week, and I made sure that one time that I was there, I had on eyeshadow. And also the eyes have it. When you're wearing a mask, people see your eyes, and for me, if you're gonna see something, I want you to see them eyes, okay? So that's that for me. So again, like I said, today we're going to talk about my top 5 eyeshadow palettes from last year. And for the most part, definitely, certainly, all of these eyeshadow palettes really do look the same. They're just different textures, formulas, but the colors are all the same. If you're new here, hi, I'm Joanne, and I love warm neutrals, and for the most part, that's usually what I stick to when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, okay? So the first eyeshadow palette that I want to talk to you guys about is the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette. These are mini 9-pan eyeshadow palettes, and I love these because they're wonderful for traveling. You can put them in your work bag if you needed to, or even in your makeup bag if you wanted to as well. And it does come with a mirror. These are the 9 eyeshadows. They're very warm colors. I love it because you get your shimmers, you get like these super dry mattes that I think go on pretty well on my eyelid space. You get the dark crease colors. You get, you know what, we can call these shimmers, or I like to call them chunky glitters, but we'll call them shimmers, alright? But this is one of my faves from last year because it was very versatile, it was easy to grab, especially when I was rushing to get to the office in the morning, and it's small and the colors are wonderful. So I would highly recommend this eyeshadow palette, especially if you're a girl that doesn't necessarily wear eyeshadow palettes. This one may be the one for you. Next up, we have the Everyday eyeshadow palette from Mented Cosmetics. This is what she looks like. She's a matte black casing. Mine isn't too dirty, which I love because I feel like when you have matte casing, it's so easy to get dirty, and the fact that this isn't surprises me. This also comes with a mirror. We're working with 9 eyeshadow palettes as well, but these are bigger pans and they're round. Again, these are warm neutrals. We have a lot of red base colors. We have golds. We have matte vanilla colors. And this is also another fave for me. I can definitely see myself bringing this on like a travel trip in the future because the casing is sturdy. It is hard. And the colors really do work for me. And I'm pretty sure if you like warm colors, they'll work for you too. Next up, very similar to the Mented Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, is the Mented Cosmetics-Flame-Boyant eyeshadow palette. Here we have 12 eyeshadow pans, excuse me. And she also comes with a mirror. And this is what the color story looks like. Very nice, very neutral, very warm, my kind of speed. And this is it's an everyday eyeshadow palette. Much like the Mented Cosmetics, she is sturdy. You can definitely travel with this. I can definitely see this not breaking when you get to your destination or go to the office or a Zoom call or a Zoom date or going out to brunch with the girls. This is definitely an everyday go-to eyeshadow palette. I really like this one. Next up is the coveted Natasha Denona-Bronze palette. I feel like if you've never heard of this eyeshadow palette, you might have been sleeping under a rock in 2020, because this palette was actually released in 2020, and I feel like when it came out, people were just all over it. I know I was, because this is my type of color story. And these come with 15 eyeshadow pans. Also comes with a mirror. And what I really love about this is that not only are the colors warm, but they're very deep warm. And I feel like Natasha really was trying to market this toward darker skinned women, women of color, women with pigment in our skin. Because look at those colors. They're wonderful. You have glitters, you have your mattes, you have like these interesting textures that Natasha Denona is known for in her eyeshadow palettes. And this one does not disappoint. I really liked using this one. One thing I want to mention, that in the back you'll notice like little holes, and essentially it's, if you would like to mix around your eyeshadow pans in like a Z palette, or even if you're in your other Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes, you'll simply just take a pen and you'll pop out the pans, and then you can just like reorganize it how you want to. But I think that's really, really cool, and I feel like a lot of videos here on YouTube don't tell you that. So I just figured out I would tell you all that, because I thought that's a nice selling point to me, because you can switch up your look if you wanted to. But that's the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Highly recommend. Natasha Denona can be pricey, but I think it's worth it. Also, last but certainly not least, if you're new here, you probably won't know what eyeshadow palette this is, but if you've been here for all of 2020, girl, you already know what eyeshadow this is, what eyeshadow palette this is. And so I'm going to give y'all 5 seconds to tell me which eyeshadow palette it is. Okay. Without further ado, girl, number 1, the Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. This is my fave. I love the packaging. I love the images on here. Someone who loves to travel and misses it so much. This really fed my soul in 2020, and I'm pretty sure it's going to feed my soul in 2021 as well. Because look at it. The packaging has images of different locations around the world, and I love that. Like, I really do feel like a lot of thought was put into this eyeshadow palette, especially with like the actual colors. So let me show y'all and stop rambling about the packaging. But she also comes with a mirror. She's very sturdy. These come in 21 eyeshadow pans. And what I love about this eyeshadow palette is that you can be a neutral eyeshadow lover, and you can also be into colors and find what you need in this eyeshadow palette. The colors are very versatile, they're practical, they're everyday, and they can also be a little bit crazy if that's your thing as well when it comes to makeup. But I really love it. I'm not 100% sure if they even still make these eyeshadow palettes, but if they do and you're able to find one, definitely get it. My throat is dry. If you can, definitely get one. Highly recommend. I got 2, so no judgment, no judgment. But yes, I would have to say this is my number 1, okay? This is, if I had to rank these palettes, this would definitely be my number 1 Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. Lovely, lovely palette. And that's it for my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for 2020. Again, I'll meet you all here next week, same time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, we are a chatty bunch. I'd love to talk to you. Also, if you want to keep up with me outside of YouTube, you can also follow me on Instagram at Joe This or That. And I'll holler at you next week. Bye.